One question I get asked a lot is, how do you take such little knockback with such low CPS? Today I'm going to be answering that question and giving you some tips to take less knockback. First off, I want to mention that the only thing you can control about KB is your movement. If you're interested in learning more about what goes into KB, I'll link a video by Tenebris in the description that explains it really well. Basically, he explains that the faster you move directly at an opponent, the less KB you take, which makes intuitive sense. So this brings me to the first reason why I take less KB, strafing. Essentially, I'm exploiting a Minecraft feature where moving forwards and sideways is faster than moving straight forwards. Therefore, tapping A or D when you're approaching your target will reduce your KB. If you look at my ranked Bed Wars montage, for example, you'll see that I'm pressing A or D when I'm approaching a target for this very reason. However, this is where I want to clear up a very important misconception about KB. Most people, when they describe KB, will talk about ways to maximize your movement towards your opponent, when they really mean to describe movement towards their maximum reach. So, what do I mean by that, and how's that different? Well, if you enable hitboxes, you'll see that each player not only has their hitbox shown, but also a blue line coming out from their eyes. This represents their reach. What I'm trying to prove by this is that their hits are in a slightly different direction than the line between you and your opponent. This is due to the fact that players' CPS and ping aren't optimized for reach to be the tangent between their reach spheres. So that's your second tip, to move perpendicular to your opponent's hits and not their body. All that said and done, that still doesn't explain how I can take such little KB with such low CPS. This is where I must make a clarification about CPS. When people click randomly, your CPS matters a lot. Someone who clicks 5 times every second, perfectly spaced, will always lose to someone who clicks 20 times every second, perfectly spaced. The advantage of having high CPS is very clearly visible between these two players, with the higher CPS bot getting a lot more hits. However, your CPS only matters if you click randomly. When I PvP in sumo duels or situations where I need to take less knockback, I always time my first click on the opponent to be exactly when I enter their reach. Since I practice this timing a lot, my human error is minimal, and I tend to act more like someone with higher CPS on the first hit. Then, it's much easier to hold a combo with lower CPS than you might think, because of something called the reach triangle. If you guys are interested, I'll make a separate video on the reach triangle, but I didn't want to include it in this video because I feel like there's already a lot of good content out there about the reach triangle. So, to sum up what I've said, knockback is directly based on movement, which can be influenced by hitting your opponent. Your movement can be increased by strafing, but you'll only take less KB if this movement is perpendicular to your opponent's reach. Additionally, I'm able to PvP with 5 to 7 CPS because I time my first hits. That's all I got for today's video, so if you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.